Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we will talk about top 10 films based on true horror stories. There are nights when all we want to do is curl up in bed and watch a horror movie. We all love doing that, but what makes a scary movie scarier is knowing that it is based on a true story. Knowing that somebody actually went through that terror in reality is something that does not let one sleep easily. Here are 10 horror movies based on true incidents that you absolutely need to see. Number 1. The Exorcism of Emily Rose, 2005. While many believe this movie to be fiction, The Exorcism of Emily Rose is shockingly based on a true story about a girl named Anneliese Michel. When Anneliese was in her teenage years, she found herself blacking out into a trance-like state. This trance-like state slowly evolved into things nightmares are made of, including convulsions, wetting the bed, and scary growling. According to Anneliese, she was possessed by 5 demons who would fight amongst one another to have power over her body. The movie might be scary, but the true story is truly terrifying. Number 2. Winchester, 2018. The Winchester Mystery House is real and its Hollywood adaptation is based on a true story. Known as one of the most haunted mansions in the world, this house is 7 stories tall and was once home to Sarah Winchester, heiress to the Winchester Repeating Arms fortune. According to Sarah, the house was haunted by spirits who were killed by Winchester rifles. Throughout her time living in the house, it is said that construction never stopped because Sarah wanted to appease the spirits killed by the company's firearms. Number 3. The Shining, 1980. The Shining is inspired by hauntings in Colorado's infamous Stanley Hotel. In 1974, Stephen King and his wife stayed in the isolated and empty hotel, which ultimately gave him both an eerie feeling and the idea for his horror novel turned film, The Shining. During his stay, he slept in a room with a haunted history and reported seeing figures, hearing unexplained noises, and had some of his belongings stolen and broken. When a hotel janitor, Jack Torrance, is ruled by an evil force called The Shining, it gives him the ability to see into the hotel's evil past and supernatural present. The force is so strong it causes Jack to wreak havoc on his family. Number 4. The Strangers, 2008. This film terrorized viewers with its extremely unsettling nature. Everyone fears being home alone and everyone fears experiencing a home invasion by strangers. This movie happens to bring those fears to the surface in the worst bloody kind of way. What makes it interesting is that it was inspired by true events lived by the director, Brian Bertino. When he was a little boy, he lived in a secluded neighborhood with very few surrounding houses. When he and his little sister were home alone, strangers knocked on the door looking for someone who didn't live at the residence. Number 5. The Possession, 2012. The Possession is loosely based on a true story and is about a haunted wine cabinet, otherwise known as a Dybbuk box. In the movie, a young girl is drawn to an antique wooden box she finds at a yard sale, but in real life, this wooden box was actually sold on eBay, according to Coming Soon. In both versions, fictional and real, strange and spooky things begin happening to the new owners of the box. What's even more chilling is that, according to The Telegraph, the cast and crew also experienced supernatural events while filming. This included exploding light bulbs, chilly drafts on set, and a mysterious fire with no source that destroyed the film's props. Number 6. Fire in the Sky, 1993. There are hauntings, there are possessions, and then there are aliens, a whole other level of horror. Fire in the Sky is about a man who is abducted by aliens and, as Nightmare on Film Street writes, it's based on a true story. Though the legitimacy of his story is questioned to this day, a man named Travis Walton claims he was abducted by aliens in 1978. According to Travis, he was zapped by an alien spaceship. He woke up to strange creatures surrounding him and some even looked like humans. Missing for 5 days, Travis appeared out of the blue and lived to tell his story even though it was met with disbelief by many. Number 7. A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984. Demons killing people in their sleep has not been proven, but A Nightmare on Elm Street was inspired by something truly terrifying. According to Closer, director Wes Craven came up with the idea for A Nightmare on Elm Street after reading an article in the LA Times about a family who survived the Cambodia killing fields. Though the family escaped to America, their youngest boy had recurring nightmares about something chasing him. Because of this, he would try to stay awake for days at a time. When he fell asleep, he screamed throughout the night, but by the time his family came to his aid, he was dead. This terrible incident became the premise of the movie. Number 8. The Exorcist, 1973. The Exorcist was the biggest horror movie of its time back in 1973. It scared thousands of moviegoers across America, but what many people don't realize is that the movie is based on a novel written by Peter Blatty, which is based on a true story. As detailed in the Denver Post, when a 14-year-old boy from Maryland became possessed in 1949, it began a month-long exorcism performed by a Jesuit priest. Number 9. The Watcher, 2016. The Watcher tells the story of the recent true crime events regarding a young couple moving into a New Jersey home and immediately finding they had made a mistake moving into this particular home. The couple, who also moved children into the home, started getting odd letters put into their mailbox. Number 10. The Conjuring, 2013. While most people know about Ed and Lorraine Warren's cases after the success of The Conjuring, it's still surprising and terrifying knowing that the movies in this universe are based on true events. The first movie follows the Warrens as they attempt to help the Perron family survive a paranormal haunting in their new farmhouse. So that's it for today. What do you think of our video? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video and would like to hear more from us, please subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications before you go. Thank you so much for watching us.